See, a real savage doesn't just launch their drone down here to look up at that hill. A real savage takes their drone to the top of that hill and flies around instead. That's a real savage drone flyer. Alright, I just read some sign over there. I don't know. It just talks about the guys who came out here in 1876 and founded it. Like the Indians didn't. Like the Indians weren't here first. So there's just pictures of old people and buildings and landscapes. Okay, I don't know about any of this information. I think it's hastily made. Maybe this is good. I want to know where the mining camps are. If I had a library access, I'd be investigating that closer. There's got to be an old mining camp that's still worth checking out. Oh my god, they got some kind of a fossil? Rapid trout? Or it's just a sculpture. This is just an art piece. It's not a historical thing in any way. I'm like, whoa, trout that big? It's a whale. The coffee's already got my heart beating. And I got surprisingly good grip. Oh, now it's catching up. I shouldn't have talked. Near vertical. Oh my god, I could also climb to the top of Dinosaur Park too. But they got towers that would get in the way of my drone. Wow, you can see the city. Alright, this looks like a great spot to fly the drone. I see a lot of flats, rocks around. Just gotta get away from the trees. How many people have flown their drones around here? Well, could be better. What a drop. This is a dangerous jump. Wow. You die. Oh my god. Oh, there's people running on that one. Well, I want to find a good spot. Man, it's so steep. I want to find a good spot to launch quick. I'll go down a little bit. They're also angled. Why can't we have a perfectly flat one? I guess I gotta think about landing. I hate catching my drone. This one is somewhat flat. Man. Yeah, there's not really good choices around here. They're so angled. It's the best launch spot I could find in 15 minutes. And this is the type of sandstone that dude in the 60s carved those presidents' heads at Mount Rushmore at. Looks pretty easy to work with. There's a lot of graffiti type of etchings around here. Can't really say that it was a hard job for those artists to carve the heads when you can see stuff like this. People just come out with simple items to carve their names into the sandstone, while those professional artists had better tools. But this trail is not very bicycle friendly. Man, I actually cut myself. That was like a pine needle. But I still see bicycle tracks through here. So it's the really rugged bicyclers. You know, there's a lot of nodules in these rocks. I've seen sandstone before, but not sandstone with so many of these nodules. There's different activity occurring with geography around here. Bit of a wavy pattern on the face of these rocks. I don't know if that shows so easily. Goes to the end. Wow, look at that. A little cactus. The rare cactus, beaver tail cactus out here. All right, there may not be many people where I'm at right now. They might be smart and staying indoors because of a potential rain. Wow, an old fence up on the ridgeline. That's pretty brazen. Somebody claimed the territory as their own. You gotta wonder how the early settlers conducted themselves. Maybe when it looks like an early, it still goes in a little bit. It looks like an early barbed wire fence, and the early settlers were buying it up in droves, most likely, and laying it down anywhere and everywhere they could to claim their territory, because especially after the federal law made it a federal crime, the federal government made it a federal crime to cut fence. Not just wasn't just a local city ordinance or state. It was cutting fence became a federal law enforced by the federal government. So you could put a fence almost anywhere. What was the law about misplacing fence? Probably a more minor offense. Right, here's a strong example of these crazy nodules. You can actually pull this out of the ground and get bit by something. There's nodules on the other side. Nodules and nodules. So that's crazy. How would I get it on both sides? This is one very chunky rock. Why it's shaped like that? It's so full of chunks. They chunked it all together like a Rubik's Cube or something. And there's quite a few of them. So chunky. It's just the different rocks, I guess. Sandstone. There's sandstone, which wears away pretty good, and then even more weaker, an even weaker stone in between.